Okay, Cohen, you're 18 years old and you think you know everything. I've got some advice for you. I'm 58 years old and I know you very, very well indeed. I know everything inside your head. I know what you do. I know where you come from. So I'm going to give you some advice. I'm going to give you a total of 6 pieces of advice. I'm going to tell you about 3 things that I did right that you want to follow and 3 things that I did wrong that you absolutely do not want to follow. You ready for it? What did I do right? So, number 1, avoid all forms of nonsense and superstition. Avoid all the silly hocus pocus and the rubbish that's out there, all the fancy schmancy self-help and philosophies, all this, the astrology and the superstition. Trash all that. Ignore it. I got that one right, and I think it's worked well for me. So that way you stick to the scientific, to the real, to the stuff that actually works. Second thing, when you're thinking about going to university or whatever it's going to be, you're going to do a career, do what you love. I got that one right too. I became a teacher. I work with the most amazing young people. People you can't believe, as you sit there as an 18-year-old, you can't believe the quality of people that are out there that you get to work with if you become a teacher. So you go with something that you love. It may not be teaching, can be anything, but find that thing which really excites you. In other words, don't chase the money. Don't decide, you know what, I'm going to become a lawyer because then you get rich. If it doesn't interest you, if law doesn't interest you, don't do it. Do what interests you. The money will follow, you'll be fine. That's the second thing. But the third one is the biggest one that I got right. I got 3 things right, as I said. The third one is the biggest by miles to get right. And that is, marry well. Find the right woman and marry that woman. Now, I can tell you her name, actually, if you want to know. Her name's Tracy Mayer. She comes from Port Elizabeth. Marry her. That's the smart move. It says in the Gemara, a man who marries a good woman, it's as if he has fulfilled all the mitzvot in the Torah. So that gives me a bit of a gap, because I married the best. So that's the smart thing to do. So those are the 3 things that I got right. Now let me tell you about the mess-ups I made, and the things that I got seriously wrong, and you want to avoid them. First one. Okay, you'll laugh at this one, I know. But the first one. You're an arrogant little bugger. I know you well. You're an arrogant little bugger. Try and be a bit less arrogant. Try and not think that you know everything and that other people in the world are all stupid and you're smart. So you want to climb down a bit off that pedestal and start learning from other people. Eizehu chacham, it says in the Mishnah, hu lomed mikol adam. Who's wise? He who learns from all people. This is from Ben Zoma. You'll find it in the Pirkei Avot. So that's the first thing I got seriously wrong. You want to be a little bit less arrogant. I know, you're looking at me now and you're thinking, yeah, I get that. But still, the advice is sound, even though it's coming from me. Second thing, very important thing, and this one I messed up on badly, and there's nothing I can do about it now. Find out about your roots, and find out now. Ask your parents and your grandparents. And I know that for you, at the age of 18, your grandmother is still alive, and your father is still alive, and your mother is still alive. Ask them where they come from. Ask them about their childhood. Ask them about their youth. Ask them about their parents and their grandparents. Find out where you come from. Find out the towns they came from, the places, the houses, the streets. Find out all these things now while there are still people to whom you can ask those questions. I got that seriously wrong, and it's too late now. And then finally, the last thing, a huge one as well. And this I'm telling you, I'm looking at you as an 18-year-old, and I know exactly what's going on in your head. So try and get this one right, and don't wait until you're 43 or 44 years of age before you get this one right. Be Jewish. Take advantage of that incredible heritage which you have and which at the moment you are ignoring and rejecting. Wake up, mate. It's a superb one. It's something you want to take on board and you want to start getting into right now. You can form your views on religion and all that stuff, whatever you want, but you've got an ethical heritage, a cultural heritage, which is of extraordinary richness. You are unbelievably lucky to have it. Cut out all that adolescent rubbish about, hey, I'm just a human being. You're not. You're a Jew. And take advantage of that fact. You may, in fact, you probably don't know this because you've never paid attention in shul, but when the Torah gets put back in the ark, we say a whole lot of stuff and we just gloss over it. We say it very quickly. But there's one line there, very powerful line. Never forget this line. It says, Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al ta'azovu. Now, I know that you don't speak Hebrew because I know you very, very well. So I'll tell you what that means. It means, behold, a good doctrine has been given unto you. Forsake it not. Done.